What up, rap leaders? Welcome back to my channel. Here we are at the new Demerara River Bridge. What you can see from this point is that most of the homes that were in the path of the bridge have been removed. So the homes in the path of the bridge have been removed, and that's the suspension part of the bridge, suspension towers. Those suspension towers are still growing. They have not reached their maximum height yet. And it turns out that this part of the bridge will take a slight turn to join this part of the bridge. So here we are at Providence on the east bank, public road, and there is a picture, a billboard showing what the bridge will look like in its final form. So we were looking at this section of the bridge. Right, these are the towers. This is simply a artist's rendering of this section of the bridge. And this is what it looks like in real life. The towers are now being completed. And like I said, the platform on which the traffic will ride is not at the top of the towers, but will be suspended from those towers. This is the neighborhood that had to be demolished. So the government of Guyana had to demolish the houses in the path of the bridge, and for that they actually used eminent domain. And part of the discussion about the cost of the bridge, Peters Hall, right, the bridge actually is in Peters Hall, although I'm standing in Providence. So part of the discussion about the cost of the bridge was that you needed to include the cost of eminent domain, because you need to pay these people for their properties, right? So to be able to demolish these homes, you needed to pay the people off for the cost of their properties. And for a long time, the houses standing in the path of the bridge stood up because people were not satisfied with the compensation the government was offering. But now the government seems to have solved that problem, but that cost has not yet been added to the cost of the bridge. So this is what the eastern end of the bridge looks like. Last time we took a look at the preparation of the entrance, the bridge entrance on Heroes Highway. Well, the entrance is going to feed all the way to this point. So we're about 2 miles or so from Heroes Highway at this point. 2 miles from Heroes Highway, and the entrance at Heroes Highway is going to feed the bulk of the traffic into this bridge. This is the Ramada, it's the Princess Hotel Ramada Inn here on the east east bank of Demerara, and I've actually had a discussion in previous videos about the impact, the environmental impact of the bridge on this neighborhood and this hotel and so on. That's where the bridge is located. I'm standing in front of the Ramada Hotel, and this is the towers of the bridge. So if you're standing at a window in the Ramada Hotel at this point, you'll be looking directly. So this is Ramada, Georgetown, Princess. Good morning. Hotel. You'll be able to look directly at the traffic coming off the bridge. So I'm not going to get into discussion again about the environmental impact of the bridge on this hotel and the neighborhood below. But I'm also interested in keeping track of the cost, right? The cost. That's looking towards Georgetown, looking north along the public road towards Georgetown. I'm interested in calculating the cost of the bridge. And by my estimation, by the time it's completed, it's going to cost about $1 billion US. That's because when you add all the costs, when you add all the costs to the amount that is already being borrowed, $260 million US has been borrowed from the Chinese government. Chinese have provided a loan of $260 million US so far to cover the construction of the bridge, but you still need to add the cost of the approach roads, the cost of the access roads, the cost of the demolition of the neighborhoods that had to be repossessed by the government in eminent domain, and the costs of disruption in business and lives and so on. When you add all those costs, you're going to eventually get to $1 billion. These are some new road signs. Like I said, these road signs don't meet international standards. The font is not easy to read when you're driving by, and the size of the sign and the letters are too small. The government of Ghana does not believe in following established international standards, so what we're getting in the name of development does not really look like development elsewhere in the world. It does look crude and substandard. This is the entrance to Red Road, and somebody's requested that we take a look at the new Hyatt Hotel that is being constructed. So we're going to take a look at the Hyatt Hotel once we get past this intersection. But here I just wanted to give you another view. This is what the Demerara River Bridge, the new Demerara River Bridge, looks like from this point. From the east bank, public road, at the entrance to Red Road. And this is where we are. This is the Ramada Princess Hotel, and just below the sunrise, that's the sun at almost 7 a.m. That is the Amazonia Mall. But this is what's happening, guys. This is what's happening in this neck of the woods. Somebody also commented on the way the landscaping is kept. Hopefully by the time they've done all this construction, they will begin to manage the landscape and provide better landscaping for the country. But that's it, guys. This is what's happening in this neck of the woods. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing economy in the world, Guyana. Later.